Just give me a second. Okay. A very good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Gaurav Tripathi, and I am playing role of Sergeant-at-Arms for today's session. I welcome everyone to 107th Toastmaster session of Radisys SoundBytes Club. In our SoundBytes meeting, we follow some ground rules. So let me explain you those. Rule number 1 is please be mindful when you are talking about sex, religion, and politics. Rule number 2, please put yourself on mute when you are not actively speaking. And rule number 3, as I can see everyone has turned on their video, please encourage the speaker with the smileys and thumbs up, whatever you like. Before moving to the normal proceeding of the session, I would like to ask a question to everyone. Few days back, we had a session on taglines and brand taglines, right? In the similar way, in Toastmaster also we have a tagline. So do you know what it is? You can unmute and answer.
Where leaders are made?
Where leaders are made.
You can see that. Where leaders are made, right? So this is the goal of Toastmasters International, and it helps creating better leader and communicator. With that goal in mind, every Toastmaster club builds their own mission statement as well. Same line, our club also has a mission, which is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which all the members get the opportunity to develop their communication and leadership skills. It helps in building their confidence and their personal growth. So this is the mission statement of our Toastmaster club. And to achieve this mission, we run like multiple sessions. We do a lot of stuff. Sometimes we run the educational sessions so that our members will understand the nitty-gritties of evaluation, table topics, and speech preparation. Sometimes we run the linkers and rendezvous meeting where people can connect with the external club members. And yearly, we conduct the club contest in which members get the opportunity to compete with the club members, then go to area, division, district, and the international levels. But the baseline of all those things is our regular TM sessions, where all the members get the opportunity to start from scratch, work on one thing at a time, and become a better communicator. By delivering different speeches, we learn about the communication and speeches, and we get the feedback. And by taking different roles and volunteering for different club activities, we basically develop the leadership skills as well. Okay, now moving to our today's session, and the theme of today's session, what it is? Any guesses?
Monsoon.
Yeah, monsoon. You might have seen it in poster, right? So first of all, that credit goes to our table topic master, because we do not have any designated TMOD for the day. I will help you with the meeting proceedings. So what we decided, we took the theme of our table topic session. So thank you, Toastmaster Rajan, for providing that beautiful theme for the session. Now let's move on to our today's agenda. In our today's meeting, we have 3 segments. The first segment is for the prepared speech, where a speaker will deliver a speech and he will be evaluated against the objectives defined for the speech. The second segment is our table topic segment, where members, audience, and all the participants can participate. You can volunteer, and it will help you to improve your impromptu skills. And the third and the most important section is our evaluation segment, where we'll get the feedback from our peer, and it will help us in improving further our speeches, speech delivery, and all those aspects. To help with the evaluation, I would like to call our general evaluator of the day. And our general evaluator of the day is our Vice President Public Relations. She's back after a month-long break and excited to resume her journey in Toastmasters. So please welcome Toastmaster Aishwarya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. I really like the introduction, and I really am very happy to be back after such a long break. As soon as I'm back, I'm given the responsibility, a very big responsibility of being general evaluator. So it gives me a good opportunity to pay attention to every part of the session today and brush up on my skills. So just to explain about my role today, I am going to be the general evaluator for today's session. I will evaluate the meeting in general. I have a tag team to support me, which is the timer, the hour counter, and the grammarian. I will let them explain their roles, but what I will do is at the end of the session, I will call for reports of the tag team members as well as the evaluators who will be evaluating the prepared speech. And then I will comment on the quality of the evaluations given by the evaluators and also the general role takers and the table topic master as well as all the table topics. So our sessions are usually pretty brilliant. I don't have much to add at the end of any session. So I'm hoping that today's session will be the same. And back to you, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aishwarya. Aishwarya, could you please ask your tag team to explain their roles?
Yes. See, this is why I need to come back and brush up on all my skills. Okay. I will please. I will call upon the timer for the day. Who is? Could you please remind me who is the timer for today?
Yeah, Vicky. Vicky is the
Vicky.
Vicky is the timer for the day. Please explain your role, Toastmaster Vicky.
Okay, thank you. My role as timer is to monitoring time during prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluations. At the end of the meeting, I will report the times of each participant, and this will let you know if you deliver your presentation within the allotted time frame. Okay, so for the prepared speeches, the time should be 5 to 7 minutes, and at 5 minutes, I will show the green light, and at 6 minutes I will show the yellow light, and at 7 minutes I will show the red card light until the speaker is finished. And for the evaluations, the time should be 2 to 3 minutes, and at 2 minutes I will show the green light, and at 2.5 minutes I will show the yellow light, and at the 3 minutes I will show the red light until the speaker is finished. And for the table topics, the time should be 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show green light, and 1.5 minutes I will show the yellow light, and at 2 minutes I will show the red light until the speaker is finished.
Vicky,
Okay,
you can show how the light will change. You can show
okay. For within the time, I will show the green light, and for time will be more for the within the time, then I will show the yellow card, and for overtime I will show red card like this. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vicky. I will now call upon our counter for the day, who is Surya Narayan Raut, to provide to explain his role.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Hello, am I audible? My role as a counter is to note and keep track of words and sounds used to as a crutch of a pause filler by anyone who speaks during the meeting. The use of inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, like, you know, as well as sounds like will be met with an audible click. I will not any uses of the crutches or filler words are mentioned, and I will share the report at the end of the meeting. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Surya Narayan. The last member of the tag team, the grammarian, is going to be played by Toastmaster Avinash. Toastmaster Avinash, could you please explain your role?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. So I've taken up the role for grammarian today, and that's going to be the role of the grammar police. I'll be encouraging everyone to use the word of the day that will be announced shortly. So I'll be encouraging the speakers, evaluators, the participants for the table topic. I'll also evaluate whether the word of the day has been used correctly, or has it been used a bit awkwardly, or incorrectly, or incomplete in an incomplete sentence or such. So that is that. Yes.
Avinash, could you please share the word of the day?
Oh, okay. Now one sec. Is the screen shared? Sec. Yes. So as seen, the word of the day for today is petrichor. What is petrichor? It's inspired by the theme that we've taken today. So petrichor. Petrichor is the pleasant smell that we hear when the first rain hits the ground. It's the inspiration for many poems, movies. It's what brings life back to the dry earth. I hope you all use this very well. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Avinash. Toastmaster Gaurav, back to you.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Today we are going to work a little differently. I think we have tried it once long back. So what I'm doing, I'm sharing the feedback link now so that after each speech or evaluation, all of us can provide the feedback. And yeah, that will help all of us to provide the right set of feedback. Otherwise, what happens, usually we share it at the end of the meeting, and sometimes people lose the context, like what was discussed over the meeting or what were the thoughts people wanted to share. So please use this meeting link after each speech, evaluation, or table topic speech and provide the valuable feedbacks.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I think Chitra was supposed to explain her role as well as evaluator.
Yeah, thank you, Sharath. Yeah, over to you, Aishwarya. You can call Chitra.
Right. Now, I was going to break from tradition. I am going to, totally make this look like it was by design. I was going to call on Chitra when Sharath was going to be introduced as the speech, as the person providing this prepared speech today. And having Chitra as the evaluator explain her role and on what context she is going to be evaluating Sharath's speech today, right before the speech is provided. But we could do that now. And Chitra, could you please explain your role as evaluator?
Thank you, Toastmaster Aishwarya. So, good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guests. So, Sharath will be attempting his L3P1 speech, that is level 3 first project. So, his path is engaging humor, and not agenda, but the topic for the theme of the speech today would be engage your audience with humor. So I'm sure Sharath will be tickling all of us today and making us laugh. But the purpose of the speech itself would be to determine his style of humor and apply it to a speech that centers around the central message while also being humorous. So I would be evaluating him on the content, the body language, etc., besides the humor of the speech itself. So all the best, Sharath. Congratulations on starting level 3. Back to you, Toastmaster Aishwarya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chitra. Now I'd like to believe I've called on everybody that I have to call on. And now I will pass it back to Toastmaster Gaurav to continue the session.
Thank you, Aishwarya. I think like all of the role players are covered now. So let's move further to our today's session. Before starting our first segment, I would like to ask a question. Do you know the origin of the word monsoon? Like from where it got originated or from where people started using that word?
Is it Greek?
The explanation what I read, it says it's not Greek. Okay, let me give you the answer. So monsoon comes from the Arabic word mausim, meaning seasonal winds. The term was coined by the famous writer and scholar Al-Masudi, who described in detail the periodic winds of Bay of Bengal. And he also mentioned that these winds were used as a source of energy. So it has a very strong meaning with it. I think the word of the day also match with this. He might have this might have worked as a petrichor for Al-Masudi to use this word in his poems and his writings as well. Okay, So let's move to the first segment. Usually we prepare for different weathers, right? And monsoon is no exception to that. And I feel people prepare more for this season, especially in Bangalore, because it may happen anytime, right? So I would like to hear from the audience, what kind of preparation do you do for the monsoon, or you used to do in the past? Anyone?
Yeah, I can go for a try. So I'm basically from Wayanad, where monsoons is pretty much, it'll be there in the top 5 in India, if I'm not wrong, after Cherrapunji. So we used to always prefer, especially during monsoons, 2 things I used to be very cautious about is, one, if I'm carrying a strong umbrella, because the winds are crazy in Wayanad. The umbrella will go upside down if it is not a strong umbrella. It's that windy. And then I'll make sure that I have some shoe that can take the wetness. Otherwise, if it is a leather shoe or something like that, it gets spoiled. So these are the 2 main things I prepare for, used to before monsoons. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Sharad. Anyone else would like to try? Yeah, sure.
I did a lot of my schooling in Bombay, and Bombay monsoons are quite famous. So one of the things that our schools would do would be that for the first 3 months since school reopened in June, we would be exempt from wearing normal shoes and socks, and we would be allowed to wear sandals as an exception, because it would get exceptionally icky and murky and disgusting. So that was something that we would do. And our school bag would be less bag and more plastic to prevent the books from getting wet. So that's something and along with like general back to school supplies, having new umbrellas and new raincoats was very much a part of the deal in prepping for the start of the new school year. So those are very fond memories as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Aishwarya. Yeah. So it's always good to be prepared, right? As Aishwarya and Sharad said. Being well prepared basically improves the confidence, and it helps us in performing better in any kind of situation, right? In Toastmaster prepared speech segment, a speaker delivers a well-prepared speech based on his pathway project objectives, and it delivers it to the forum. So please welcome our first speaker of the day. Our first speaker is a happy-go-lucky person. He likes traveling and trying various cuisines. When I asked him about monsoon, he said it is nostalgic. He remembered the good old days when he used to play in the rain without a worry in the world with his cousins and friends. So please welcome Toastmaster Sharad for his L3P1 speech. Sharad, my life is a comedy series. My life is a comedy series. Sharad.
I am a person who would like to take most of the things that happens in my life from a positive outlook. That's why I'm calling my life as a comedy series, even though it might sound as tragedy to some of you. Throughout my life, I had been constantly weighed down by these high expectations from others. Let me take you to my childhood days. It's very common during childhood days for teachers to ask students, who do you want to become when you grow up? I'm sure many of you would have encountered this question. And most of the times the answers would be like, I want to be the president of a country. I want to be a rocket scientist, or I want to be a fighter jet pilot. But most of the times, as we know, students will be giving such answers to create an impression in the teacher. Most of the times they'll not be sure of what they want to do with their future. So I was also presented with this question. I believe I was in 3rd standard. My teacher asked, Sharad, who do you want to be when you grow up? I said, I haven't really thought about it, ma'am. This was my answer. If I could go back in time, I would appreciate myself for such an honest response. But there's no brownie points for that. My teacher was disappointed. She said, Sharad, you need to have an aim, a goal in life. I was in 3rd standard, for God's sake. Moving on to my early high school days. So this is the time where you need to choose your subjects based on your prospective career choices. You would decide whether you want mathematics or biology or computers, etc. So my dad came to me, said, Sharath, it's a huge step in your life. Have you decided which subjects you're going to choose? I said, Dad, I'm pretty sure I do not want biology. I don't have that doctor thing in me. I'm sure of that. Other than that, I'm pretty clueless. My dad was disappointed. He said, Sharath, Sachin Tendulkar knew he wanted to be a cricketer from his childhood days. What are you doing? See how successful he is. I was thinking, Dad, not everyone is Sachin. Not everyone knows what they want to become when they grow up. But you have to appreciate my consistency. I was clueless during my early childhood days, and still I am clueless on what I need to do. But there is no brownie points for consistency as well. Moving on, anyways, I chose computers because I was slightly interested in computers, and anyway, I wanted to avoid biology. I went on to do my engineering in computer science. During my early engineering college days, one of our professor, Mr. Prasad, he asked this question to all the students. What are your hobbies? I thought about, okay, I was into cricket and table tennis mostly those days. I was prepared with my answer when the turn comes. He went to the first student. The student says, Sir, I am into volleyball and I am a district level player. Prasad was impressed. Okay. Moved on to the next student. This person says, I am into cricket. I have played at state level and even gone for Ranji selections. Prasad was even more impressed. He went on to the next person. Now this person says, I am into swimming. My hobby is swimming. I am a national level champion and I have represented Maharashtra in national games. This is when I started to see a pattern and I started wondering, should I even tell about my hobbies? I was even wondering, were they bluffing or these things were actually true? And as dreaded, my turn came and professor asked, Sharath, what are your hobbies? Sir, I am into table tennis and cricket. I like playing table tennis and cricket. And I play whenever I get chance. That's why it is called a hobby, right? Now Prasad is disappointed. For God's sake, if I was a national level cricket player, I'll be in cricket academy. What am I doing in engineering college? Okay, moving on. Now moving on to the final year of my engineering. This is when I started thinking, maybe this engineering thing is not for me. Remember the consistent Sharath, who was clueless from the beginning, what to do? Again, I was back. I was again being consistent. Again, I was being clueless. I thought that maybe MBA would suit my personality. I would rather like to interact with people more than with machines. So I thought I wanted to get opinion from others. I wanted to discuss with my friends and family. So I said, hey, I'm thinking of actually doing an MBA to change my field. I don't think computer science is for me. But none of them encouraged me. They were highly disappointed. They were saying like, if you wanted to do MBA, you could have done a BCom or BBM and saved an additional year. Why did you put in all the effort and lose the additional year of engineering? They even used to tell this dialogue from Three Idiots, where Mr. Amir Khan says, if he wanted to work in a bank as a marketing executive, why did he do engineering? That's because Mr. Amir Khan, not everybody can be sure of their choices. There are people like me who at a later stage might realize that, okay, this might not be for me. And you know what? One of the best dialogues in Three Idiots is by Madhavan. When Madhavan tells to his dad that, Dad, photography is my passion. I want to do photography. I want to be a wildlife photographer. I know this by heart. If I continue my engineering still, I will not be happy with my life. I know that I'll be earning much lesser than my engineering friends, but at least I'll be happy in my life because I listen to my heart and not to others. Now that is a dialogue. But no, people remember this very mediocre dialogue of Amir Khan from the movie. Now, let me ask you this question. How many of you have been in Toastmasters journey for more than 1 year? Okay, then what are you still doing here? You know, Greta Thunberg gave her speech in United Nations when she was 16 years old. 16 years old. You should have reached that level by now. I'm pretty sure by now you would have gotten an idea by what I meant by saying my life is a comedy series. I would have given you more examples from my professional life as well, but I want to save you from that rip-tickling comedy of my life. It's like what great Charlie Chaplin once said. He said, life is a tragedy when viewed up close, but it's a comedy when viewed from far. Now, I would like to conclude by saying that, dear friends, do not be let down by these high expectations from others. You know that you are doing the best you can. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Sharad. It was very nice speech where you shared your past experiences and you let us think. You asked some questions to us, like whether we are doing good or not by remaining in Toastmasters and not being where the Greta is now. So great job, Sharad, there. Now it's time for the evaluation for this speech. The speech evaluator for Sharad's speech is Toastmaster Chitra. When I asked her about monsoon season, so her reply clearly expressed her desire and the real life challenges. Her reply was, rainy days should be spent in the balcony with a nice cup of tea and pakoras with a book in hand. But who has time for any of this? So please welcome Toastmaster Chitra for evaluating Sharad's speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. So first of all, let me congratulate Toastmaster Sharad. So, I mean, just as petrichor or a parched land would indicate the start of a monsoon, I would say this speech indicated a journey of humor and wit in our Toastmaster session. So thank you for that, Toastmaster Sharad. So I think what we saw in your speech was how everyday mundane things can become funny, and we can take examples from that, right? Life is a comedy series. When you started and you started with struggles of being able to figure out what you wanted to do with your life, I think pretty much everybody here connected with it. I hope so, because I still, like you said, still grapple with what am I doing with my life, right? So I'm guessing most of us connect there. So bang there, what happens is you established everybody's connection, and I think all of us, besides listening to your speech, also were trying to think how our parents compared us to various icons who made it when they were really young. For me, it was Martina Hingis, who won many Grand Slams much before she should have, probably. Anyway, so yeah, I think all of us could relate to that. So, but when you started your speech, it was, I would say, like deadpan, and we couldn't really, while there were small funny bits, right? It was not like haha, laugh out loud kind of funny. But towards the end of the speech, I think like any good song or humor or movie, it has to build up, build up, build up. It shouldn't be like sixer, sixer, sixer. It should be like constantly you should take runs, and then towards the end in the slog over, if you hit, the match is much more exciting, right? So when you said Greta Thunberg, I think the entire 5 minutes of your speech was summed up in that one single line for all of us. So kudos on that. It was like beyond sixer, like a 50 runs in one ball you hit. And then you concluded with Charlie Chaplin and a personal message on your side. So overall, Sharath, I would say from the structure of the speech itself and the comedy part of the speech or the humor, I think you hit all the right notes. Probably when you started the speech, instead of like probably you could have, or in between the speech, you could have asked people and engaged them a little bit more by asking if your parents compared yourself, or, I mean, you guys to somebody, or Any such question? Because this is a speech that everybody can relate to, despite it being so funny, right? That was one area of improvement for your speech. Otherwise, it was like I'm still smiling when I'm thinking about your speech, and I'm sure everybody else also enjoyed it a lot. So great job. All the best for your future speeches, Sharad.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chitra, for such a wonderful evaluation. I think all of us have learned a lot from Sharad's speech and your evaluation as well. Now, it's part of the second segment of our meeting. While our first segment was all about preparation and how well we can deliver it, our second segment is about not being prepared and showing our impromptu skills. To understand that, let's take an example. We all develop something here in office, right? So suppose you write a code, you write a unit test case to cover all the basic stuff, then it goes under a lot of testing phases, right? So you are very confident that everything is done, everything is taken care. Then suddenly one day you get something from production and it becomes super critical to fix, right? So these kind of scenarios we have faced in our technical life. Similarly, monsoon season is also full of these kind of surprises. And whatever amount of planning you do or follow multiple weather apps, once in a while you will find yourself in a situation which was not thought of, right? So I would like to hear from the audience if they had any such experience in the monsoon season. Anyone?
Yeah, I had once. So my office, like the Radisys only, it's quite far from my place now. So one day, what I happened, I forgot the raincoat, and that day only so much rain happened. Like by reaching my place, like I think everything was spilled into water. I was unsure that my laptop will again open up to my work or not. But so from that day onwards, I think no day goes by without the raincoat, I guess. I think so. That's one thing. Yeah.
Thank you, Rajan. Anyone else would like to share?
Yes.
Yeah, Vicky.
Yeah. Okay. So before 1 year, before I just came Bangalore, and what I see the monsoon, the season and the weathers of Bangalore. So the things I do the first when I'm just joining one institute. So I'm going to institute daily, and every day, in any time, it's just raining. So what I did is bought a umbrella and carry that umbrella every day in my bag because of monsoon, and also bought a hoodie for that this type of weather. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Vicky. It tells us like what is the importance of raincoat in the Bangalore weather, right? Whether it's rainy or not, you should carry it with your bag, in your bag. You never know
Yes.
what is going to happen in the evening.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Vicky. So our next segment is something similar to that, where there is no preparation. You'll be given a topic by our table topic master, and you have to deliver your thoughts. Okay, so let's move to our table topic segment. To conduct our table topic segment, I would like to introduce our table topic master of the day. Our table topic master, as a child, he eagerly awaited the arrival of rain clouds and the pitter-patter of raindrops against his window. His fondest memories involved cycling through the rain-soaked streets, joyfully splashing through puddles that had formed along the way. But his monsoon adventure did not stop at puddle splashing. He discovered the enchanting art of crafting paper boats. He would then set them sail in the stream of rainwater, watching with delight as they gracefully glided along, carried by the gentle current. He believes this session, just like monsoon's vibrant lightning, will illuminate our path to becoming effective communicators and leaders. So please welcome table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Rajan.
Thank you so much for wonderful introduction, Gaurav. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. Welcome to today's table topic session, where we are about to embark on a journey into the enchanting world of monsoon season. just as the monsoon brings refreshing change to our surroundings, we aim to invigorate our speaking skills, foster personal growth, and create a storm of inspiration with this Toastmasters gathering. So, welcome again. And I would suggest everyone to use the word of the day if they got the chance to in the table topics. So the table topics are like of moderate levels. But I encourage you to use your imagination. All the table topics are based on some imaginary things, and uh, I would suggest to just open up whatever they think about the table topic scenarios they were given to. Let me share my screen first. Let's
I
see
think just
option.
before starting your segment, just want to add one more point. I have shared the feedback link. I forgot to ask people to provide feedback when Sharath and Chitra delivered their speeches, but please use this opportunity to deliver the feedback for the table topic speakers. For Sharath and Chitra, please do it after the session. Thank you. Rajan, you can continue.
Thank you, Gaurav. Yeah. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. I suggest anyone who wants to speak up, just unmute yourself and say yes, or maybe someone from the bridge can tell me who wants to speak and they want to go. Okay, so this will be, let me show you the example. Okay, any scenario could be like this. So you are a travel enthusiast who loves exploring different destinations. You want to share your unique experience that you anticipate during the trip. So that is in the monsoon. I forgot the monsoon keyword here. Okay, so this is the example, and here there are 8 options. So I would suggest any audience to raise hand and choose one of the boards. Okay. Okay, let's see.
Maybe I can give it a shot if nobody is raised it.
Thank you, Sharath.
Yeah.
Please choose any number between this 1 and 8. Maybe 3 and 8, 3 and
Maybe
10.
4.
Okay, so let's see. So it will be a scenario that you have to speak up. So you are a parent and your children wants to play outside in the rainy day during the monsoon season. What would you do? So
Yeah. I would definitely like my girl. So I have a girl child. So her name is Riha. I would definitely would love Riha to enjoy the monsoon like how I enjoyed monsoon during my childhood times. I am still thankful for my parents because whenever they felt it is safe, of course, when there is thunderstorm, when there is lightning happening outside, you cannot leave the kid in the open area. But if it is safer to do it, then definitely they used to allow me to even play in the rain. Not many parents do that, and I really enjoyed. I still remember how much fun I have 2 sisters, so how me and my sisters played in the monsoon. We had so much of fun. We used to even if there are puddles filled with water, we used to jump on it and splash the water around. The fun, the enjoyment we had, it's still such a nostalgic memory throughout my life. I'm never gonna forget such great moments. So I would definitely want my daughter also to have such amazing moments. So I would encourage her to go out and explore the monsoon if there is no lightning and thunder involved and safer to do. Definitely, I would like her to jump in the water, explore how the monsoon feels. And then, of course, the petrichor, right? The feeling of that smell you get. It's such a pleasure, such a pleasing sensation. So I want my daughter to have all that enjoyment in her life as well. Maybe she can make small paper boats and leave it in the stream and enjoy how it moves. And of course, you get to learn a lot of things through these in-person experiments as well, right? So definitely, I would say yes, and I would like my girl baby to have a lot of fun in monsoon when it is safe to do so. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Over to you, Rajan.
Thank you, Sharad. That was really an nostalgic event. Same for me. One of my favorite thing was that thing, paper boats in the stream of water, and that petrichor and everything. Maybe chai and pakoras together, maybe. So yeah, that was the amazing experience I want as you like everyone to experience. So it was really nice. Okay. Anyone else from the bridge? Please raise your hand so you may want to unmute yourself. Okay, Ashwarya. Please choose a number between 3 and 10.
I think I'll go with 10.
Okay, let's see. So if you could create a monsoon inspired dish or drink, what would it be and why?
Okay. I am first and foremost one of the biggest cooking enthusiasts you'll ever come across, and my method of madness is definitely experimentation. So I love cooking steaming hot dishes and presenting them right there. And what better can you think of when it is raining and there's humongous drops of fresh water falling on wet earth and the smell of petrichor wafting in the air, than having a hot cup of chai, ginger chai, and a plate of sizzling hot steaming pakoras with a beautiful green chutney and ketchup and God, whatever you want. Like, I can imagine it. I am craving it right now, and I'm sure you are as well. So, if I were to invent a dish, for instance, I would definitely go with something that would be an amalgamation of a fried dish, um, and maybe a hot drink that is similar on similar lines to chai. I'm not master chef material. I love experimenting, so I can't think of something immediately, but what comes to mind right now is maybe a fried chai flavored ice cream. There's fried, there's hot, and there's cold, and there's chai in it. I think that would do a really good job of encapsulating all the flavors that I personally really enjoy during um, monsoon season. Why don't you tell me what you think, how you would like to taste that kind of a dish?
Yeah, I would
Back to
definitely
you.
like to taste it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Back
you,
to you.
Ashwarya. Great. The last you said fried, yeah, fried ice cream with chai, and I think that was really a very unexpected, just like the monsoon season, I guess. Uh, I never thought of it. I think nobody ever thought of this dish. And right now, it's mouth-watering for me because I haven't had lunch today. So now this made me really hungry now. Thank you. Amazing. So who was going to be the next one? So be the unpredictable, just like the monsoon, I guess. Okay, should I call someone?
Rajan, you can call out names.
Okay. Suryanarayan, would you like to go?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, nice. Can you want to choose a number between 3 and 10? I think 4
5.
is already up and 10.
5.
5. Okay. Okay. So imagine you are in a monsoon themed adventure trip. Describe the crazy stuff you did and the challenges you faced along the way. So it's monsoon and you are in a adventure trip. So
Mm. If I was going for the monsoon trip, first of all, I have to take my umbrella and as well as the raincoat for the adventures to imagine something of the adventure. After that, I have to take some food along with me. I know there if there is a monsoon, if it is raining, then I did not burn the fire. I have to take some dry foods and as well as some liquids, but I have not cooked in the monsoon season. Mm. That's the my imagination if I go to for the adventure. And another disadvantages of the monsoon is if there is a heavy rain, could not I could not view the some other adventure things and also some places. And there is some suffer. And also if it is heavy raining, then I have to wait in the adventure. Then I get fever and as well as the cold. Mm, that's the disadvantages of the monsoon themed adventure. Mm, that's my opinion about my monsoon themed adventure. Thank you.
Yes, that was really exciting, I guess. Bonfire within a thunderstorm. Maybe that would be a really nice idea, I guess. That's some good
Yes.
adventure. Yeah.
In bonfire with a cover, right?
Okay. Who wants to go next? Avinash?
Sure, I'll give it a
Sure.
shot. Number 6.
Okay. Okay. Imagine you are a raindrop falling from sky. Describe your journey and emotions you experience.
Out. Goodbye. We've been together for so long. It's such a sad parting, but I'm returning back to the embrace of earth, to the embrace of mother. Oh, why are they away? Why are they taking shelter? Why are those humans not greeting me? Come out, come play, come bring out your umbrellas if you wish. You'll not get sick. I'm clean, I'm pure. Get some. So as I reach down, I see, oh, Mother Earth, you're cradling me back to the sea. But have I brought you any fruits? Have I helped those humans? Have I helped you? I think I did. I think I helped the boats reach the other shore. I think I gave the cargo some support. I allowed the cargo to reach the other corner of the world. I do think that those kids are a bit mischievous. I do think they enjoyed the petrichor I brought. I do think I would love to see all of you back again. And so the rain cycle goes. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. That was like Petrichor, the fresh story of a newborn raindrop. So cute, it seems. That was really amazing, Avinash. Yeah,
Thank
uh,
you.
you were really in the flow, I guess. Amazing. Uh, Anyone who wants to go next? I think those who haven't gone. Gaurav?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Please choose a number. I think 7, 8, and 9 are left.
7, 8, and 9 are left, right?
Yeah, 3 is also left.
Okay, let's go with 3. Let's clear from the top.
Oh, sorry. I think it's repeated. It seems.
Same question.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. Choose between this.
7.
Okay. If you could bring one thing from the monsoon season into your everyday life, what would it be and why?
Okay. If you could bring one thing from the monsoon season in your everyday life, what would it be and why? I would say it would be the freshness, because nowadays I'm very lazy when I'm waking up in the morning and I'm not doing all the, like, sometime back I used to go for exercise, meditation, other stuff. Nowadays I'm just waking up, going to washroom and then taking bath and coming to office. So that's the routine what I'm following. So I would like to bring that freshness from the monsoon in my day-to-day life. And what I feel, that freshness brings the petrichor of the monsoon as well. Its petrichor is not only the pleasant smell what we get from the earth, but when you are feeling fresh, when you are being active, you spread different kind of energy to everyone else, and whoever meets you, they feel the same freshness, same pleasant smell, the same pleasant energy from you for their day-to-day life as well. So I believe the freshness is the thing which I want to bring into my life. And I think one of the things which I already have, but I want to share here, that's the uncertainty of the monsoon. So there are a lot of things which I fall into in my day-to-day work also, because a lot of ad hoc tasks will come into picture, and I have to deal with all those things. But I feel if I bring the freshness, I will feel that activeness in my each and every job, and I will easily handle those uncertainties as well. Yeah, that's my take. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. Yes, I think freshness is also a very important part of life, and we often forgot about it. And definitely, I would also like to get those freshness in my day life. And yes, thanks for sharing your thoughts on it. I would like to ask someone else also to choose one of the idea.
Vicky, would you
One
like
of
to go
the
now? I think Vicky, you didn't try, right?
No, sir.
Would you like to try?
Yes, okay.
Okay. 8 and 9 are available.
9. Okay. I'm going with 9.
Okay. You woke up one morning to find that your house has been transformed into a giant water slide due to a monsoon mishap. It could be anything. So
Okay.
describe your hilarious adventure navigating through the slippery hallways, like your home. So that is the scenario.
Okay. I like adventure. So and I like fantasy, and it's the topic I'm taking is a little bit like adventure. So it's a fantasy. So we could only just dream that any day, any morning, I'm wake up and I just saw my house is transferred into the a giant water slide. So it's really enjoying for me and my friends. We are just get together and doing fun in that water slide. We're just doing swimmings and playing some games in that water slide, and it's really be enjoying for us, I think. And it will be little bit dangerous, I think, because it's in our home. So but it's a if it's our imagine, then we all just enjoying that thing. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Really, it is going to be a very joyful day for you, I guess, since it's, I think, perfect for you. I guess you like adventure and other things. So
Yeah,
I think
fantasy
this,
and
yeah, fantasy.
yeah.
So it's, yeah.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Vicky, you can note down your time was 1 minute, 15 seconds.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Last topic we have. Any volunteers?
Rajan, would you like to go?
So that was really surprising, like monsoon, I guess. Okay, I would go. See. Okay. So imagine I have a power to control the rain. How would I will use this to bring happiness or to make a positive impact in the rain? Okay. Uh, if I have power to control the rain, definitely what I would do, I would try to reduce all the thirst, remove all the thirst in the planet, like be it a plant life, be it animal and be it human. Wherever who is thirsty, I want that they get the clean, fresh uh, water to cleanse it. And I want the whole earth to full with petrichor. It's one of my favorite smell. So that's it. That's one thing I would like to do. It is, I think, we know that rainy season is monsoon is one of the season to rejoice as farmers and all of the people like who work really hard for the whole year finally get the water so they can bring food to their plate and other things. I think so. If I have the power to control the rain, I think that would be amazing, and I would try to use it as best as possible. Maybe uh, try to save whatever I can. Maybe, yeah. So, yeah, I think that is all.
Thank you, Rajan. Since it was your topic, I was expecting we'll cross at least 2 minutes mark, but it's fine. Okay. So it's Rajan, do you have anything else to say, or we can proceed?
Okay. There is one trivia I would like to share about monsoon is that uh, monsoon is so big, like weather event that Earth rotation is actually changed when there is a monsoon season comes. Like it shifts the water level so much from Earth's place to different places. It's a small trivia I would like to share, but that's something that's an enormous change it gives it. So that was really nice, and yeah, uh, yes.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Rajan. Thank you for conducting such an interesting table topic segment, and the questions were very like, those were very good, and those were like people have to just use their imagination and build something. It was not like people are not aware of these things. Everyone have felt or experienced those emotions or those scenarios in past. So it was very interesting that everyone got involved in that discussion and they express their feelings. So thank you for choosing such a nice topic. Okay, moving next to our third segment. As we all know, it's a little bit about monsoon I would like to talk now. So as we all know, farmers in India are dependent on monsoon, right? As they wait for rain for irrigating their crops. A below normal monsoon could impact summer sown crops like rice and sugarcane. With unseasonal downpour, there are concerns over crop yields and output. It shows the timing and the amount of rainfall. Both are very important. And if any of these deviates from the desired, then we never get the best outcome, right? Same is true with the communication as well. The timing, grammar, right pauses, connection with the audience, transitions, and many more skills need to be developed to achieve the best outcome. And our third segment helps us in achieving the same. So our third segment is evaluation and feedback, where we get the feedback from our peers. To conduct this segment, I would like to call our general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Aishwarya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. I would like to say, first off, before I start anything, Can we have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Gaurav for wearing two hats in today's session and carrying out both roles in the best, most smooth manner I've seen. So, a big round of applause for him. First, I'd like to call upon the tag team since Chitra has already provided her evaluation. I'll call on the tag team to provide their reports and then provide my report. Toastmaster Vicky, could you provide your time report, please?
Sorry for interrupt. Let me share my screen. It's visible, right? Can
Yeah,
you see?
visible.
Okay. Yeah, for the today's topic, for the prepared speeches, Sarad has taken time 7 minutes and 38 seconds, which is a little bit over time, but it's okay, fine. And for the table topics, Sarad has taken time 1 minute and 54 seconds. On the topic, if you are a parent and your children's to play outside in a rainy day during the monsoon season, what would you do? And Aishwarya has taken the time 1 minute and 58 seconds on the topic. If you could create a monsoon inspired dish or drink, what it be and why? And Surya Narayan taken time 1 minute and 13 seconds on the topic. Imagine you are a monsoon themed adventure trip. Describe the craziest stuff you did and the challenges you faced along the way. And speaker for Avinash has taken the time 1 minute and 5 seconds on the topic. Imagine you are a raindrop falling from the sky. Describe your journey and emotions you experience. And Gaurav has taken the time of 1 minute 38 seconds on the topic. If you could bring one thing from the monsoon season into your everyday life, what would it be and why? And pick me taking the time 1 minute and 20 seconds on the topic. You wake up on morning to find your house has been transformed into a giant water slide due to monsoon mishap. Describe a hilarious adventure. And Rajan has taken the time 1 minute and 21 seconds on the topic. Imagine you have the power to control the rain. I just missed that topic. Okay, thank you. And chat for evaluators, Chitra has taken the time 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Okay, that's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vicky. That's a very detailed report. Well done. Thank you. I would next call upon our counter, Toastmaster Surya Narayan, to come and present his report.
Yeah, Surya. I am sharing my screen.
Vicky has to unshare.
Vicky, you can stop.
Okay,
Share.
I'm sharing. Once confirm is visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. For the prepared speeches, Sarath used as 2 times, but is the repeated words. He take long pause once. For the table topics, as Sarath used as 2 times and repeated words that is would. For the Aishwarya, he used as 5 times and a repeated word is and so. He taking the long pause as a twice. For me, I was not calculating. For Avinash, he used the as 3 times, and the repeated word is I think. He was taken a long pause once. For Gaurav, I used for the once, and the repeated word is and. There is no long pause. For Becky, repeated word is as used as 7 times, and the repeated word is and enjoying. There is no long pause. For Rajan, I used as 5 times, and the repeated word is that and maybe. There is no long pause. For the general evaluators, Aishwarya, I used as 3 times, and there is no repeated words. And she taken as a long pause once. For Chaitra, and I used 3 times, and repeated words is so. There is no long pause. That's all.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Toastmaster Narayan. Could you please unshare your screen? Next, I'd like to call on Toastmaster Avinash to present his grammarian report.
It's visible. Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible now.
So I have to start out with Sharad's speech. Sharad's speech had excellent use of grammar. There weren't any things to pick in. The word of the day wasn't used, but that's a prepared speech that was already prepared. So that's expected. Next, we had evaluation. Like Aishwarya gave her speech. That one also didn't have much to pick. Rajan's one, I had certain connection issues, so I missed a bit of it. The parts that I heard didn't have much of an issue during the start. So that is that. Next, we had Sharath and Aishwarya during their table topic. Both were good. And the number of times the word of the day, petrichor, was used, Sharath used it thrice in a very short span, and Aishwarya used it once, as far as I remember. Surya Narayan then took up the next table topic, and in which he didn't attempt the word of the day. One thing to note was the use of many short sentences that began with I. It felt a bit repetitive and felt a bit of a it got a bit repetitive. So I would suggest that spicing it up with a bit of active case, passive case, and such. I took the cake. She gave me the cake. There was I had a cake. A cake was had by me. Was had. You could spice it up a bit, so that could help you with avoiding that monotony. So next, I spoke on the life of the raindrop falling from the sky, in which I used the word of the day petrichor only once. One thing I made a mistake in was changing the POV, changing the speaker's point of view. I went from the first person point of view to a third person in between for a bit, which should not have happened, but yeah, lost for words there. Next, it was Gaurav's speech. He used the word petrichor at least once, and he compared the petrichor of life. He made up a phrase, petrichor of life, which didn't have much of a meaning when it compare it with freshness. Like petrichor of life is made up a word. It's not a complete misuse, but yeah, it is not a standard usage. So I just noted it down. But then other sentences didn't have much of a problem. Next was Vicky. Vicky didn't use the word of the day, but there were quite a few sentences where they were left dangling. Like there was no sentence that got completely spelled out, phrased out. So the connectors could be better brushed upon, so that sentences could flow in much better. Next was Rajan. Rajan's speech had one use of the word petrichor, and it didn't have any breaks. Other than that, one thing I skipped mentioning was Chitra's evaluation of Sharad's speech. That was also pretty much perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Avinash. The tag team, is this the first time you're providing evaluations or playing these roles?
This is the
All
first.
3 people? Yeah, okay, fine. So can we have a round of applause for the tag team members who are playing roles for the first time? Well done. Okay, now I will move on to my evaluation. I want to say that I think this session started off brilliantly. Again, kudos to Toastmaster Gaurav for giving a very nice introduction and making it very lively from the get-go, right? I think he talked about the vision statement and the mission statement of Toastmasters, connected it to the mission statement and what our tagline is, SoundBytes tagline. So it was a very nice introduction to the session, and then introducing the theme of the day, which usually a Toastmaster of the day does, but it was brilliant nonetheless because he played 2 roles today and donned both hats very, very well. So well done, Gaurav, like superb. Like I genuinely enjoyed the way you have conducted today's session in entirety. So big round of applause for you. Moving on to, in general, I think the time we started a little bit late. We started 3 minutes late today. That's okay. I think the only thing I'd like to say is those who are playing roles, it would be great if we joined a little bit before time, even 2 minutes before time. If we joined, it would at least help set up the session, right? So we'll try to join before time so that we can start our sessions on time. Moving on, I think I will move on to the prepared speech bit. Sharad, I really enjoyed your speech. It was extremely relatable, and it had these little truth bombs that were being thrown at us, which was, I don't think there's anybody in all of Asia, not just India, but all of Asia, who wouldn't relate to what you said, right? Because you're right, being asked at the age of 7 and 8 what you would like to be when you grow up is far too premature. And I like the consistency that you pointed out, that I don't know and I haven't thought about it. Consistently is a part of your personality. And you're absolutely right. It does take a very long time. It does take time for people to know what they want to do in life. And that's okay, because you are made to make life decisions at the age of 18, where you've barely become an adult. So I really liked the message that your speech gave, apart from the engaging humor bit. Apart from that, I largely agree with Chitra's evaluation of your speech. So, but well done, really well done. About Chitra, I'll give this to her. I will provide this feedback to her as well. But I really I have learned personally a lot from Toastmaster Chitra because she's such a senior member. So I don't have much to say. I don't have anything to evaluate about her evaluation. What I would like to point out one thing, and I'd like to point this out because it is a learning for all of us. She used sports references in her evaluation, which felt like it was a continuation of Sharad's speech, because Sharad himself used sports references in his speech. So her talking about Martina Hingis and saying things like knocked it out of the park and sixer and things like that, it felt very refreshing, because it was like, that's the brilliance that she has in her evaluation, right? So she's able to pick up these things connected to her own life and build and beautifully craft an evaluation out of it. So she's amazing, and experience and seniority shows in her evaluation. About the various tag team members, I am super proud of all of you. You've done a very, very good job for the first time. The one thing that I would like to point out is generally, when we are giving evaluations, we don't point out people specifically and say such and such person in such and such speech used ours 10 times. What we prefer doing is in the table that you are drawing, we prefer to say used ours or ums or ers less than so and so times or more than so and so times, 5 times, 10 times. What that does is it gives the person an idea of where they are, but also does not point out exactly all their mistakes and does not make them feel like they're being singled out in an evaluation like this. Same goes for time and same goes for grammarian report, right? So we like to keep things general, and if there's anything specific we would like to point out, we prefer giving that in the evaluation sheets that we have provided, the feedback form, so that the concerned person is made aware of any problems or any issues in their speech or way of speaking, but is not put in spot, right? So I think that is something that we can take away. Raja, you did a great job as Table Topics Master, and it was a very engaging session. I really liked all the topics, and I think everybody could relate very well. I really liked how you time and again you pointed out your own personal experiences with respect to everybody's speeches and how your manner of bringing in things like I loved making paper boards and your own topics, everything, every topic was something that all of us could relate to. So if I was made to speak on any of the topics that you had presented, I would easily be able to do it because we have memories or we fantasized about things like that. Oh, what'll I do if I could control the rain? So brilliant, like kudos, great job picking the topics. Again, I will come back to Gaurav's brilliant job as Toastmaster of the Day because I enjoyed every section of it. Right from talking about Mausam, which is the Arabic root of the word monsoon, and going on to how farmers need the rain, and also, taking us back in time with nostalgia, how we used to prepare for the rain and things like that. I really enjoyed today's session, and it's largely due to Toastmaster Gaurav. So again, big round of applause and thank you very much. That is my report. Back to you, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Aishwarya, for such a detailed feedback. And I think all of us learned something out of this evaluation and will improve in our evaluation as a tag member or evaluator or the speaker. So it will really help all of us. Thanks again. Now it's time for voting. I'm sharing the voting link in our chat box. Please vote for the best speaker, best speaker and best evaluator sections are not there since we had only one speech and one evaluation, but the best role player, best auxiliary role player and best table topic speaker. These 3 categories are there. Please vote. And once everyone provide their vote, I will collect it for the results.
I did have one more thing I forgot to mention in my report. Gaurav, I really like the provision of the feedback link in advance, so we can provide our feedback as and when we provide that context. Maybe we can make that a regular feature of our meetings. We can think about that.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
In the voting, in the best role player, there are only like 2 options that are filled. There is third option, that is option 3. Is it something?
The third one you can ignore them. Okay. I did not check it. I got it from option 3. You can ignore it.
Okay. Wanted to just confirm if somebody is missed.
No, I just removed it now. Thanks for pointing out, Rajan. Actually, I missed that. We are 7 members here. I have received 5 votes. Is anyone facing an issue? Please let me know. It's 6 now. 1 more. Okay, I received all. Please give me 2 minutes. I will prepare the certs. Sharath, Aishwarya, if you would like to share anything, you can share now.
Sure. Again, like Aishwarya has already pointed out, but even I wanted to mention, like, it was really great that how you incorporated the TMOD and SA together, and that too went with the flow of monsoon. It felt like a one uni session all the way from the beginning to the end as a single theme. That was really, petrichor feeling. One more added. Yeah, that's what I mainly wanted to say. And nice to see that, many people participated, interacted during the theme segments as well, like how you prepared for the monsoon and things like that. That was also very refreshing. So thanks and kudos. And thanks to everybody who participated. I know that, things are getting more and more tough to get people to join the Toastmasters because of how busy all of us are in our regular tasks as well. But despite of that, especially those who keep coming back, special thanks to them and making this club active as it is. So thank you. And that's about it from my end. Thank you.
I would also like to speak a small thing. Like actually, it was part of my introduction to the table topics, but I missed it. So a small few notes. Maybe take it as an ending note to this theme session. So let me speak. Okay, I have noted it down, but could not speak. So today we draw inspiration from the monsoon, which symbolizes renewal, transformation, and the power of nature. Just like the monsoon rains nurture the earth, the Mother Earth, we gather here to nurture our communication and leadership skills, cultivating an environment of growth and support. As we step into the monsoon theme meeting that we are already stepping out, let us reflect on the parallels between this natural phenomenon and our Toastmasters journey. The monsoon season often arrives unexpectedly, with dark clouds gathering in the horizon, foretelling imminent change. Similarly, Toastmasters present us with opportunities and personal and professional growth, allowing us to step outside of our comfort zone and embrace the unknown. During the monsoon, raindrops fall relentlessly, washing away all the old and giving birth to new life. Similarly, as Toastmasters, we challenge ourselves to shed our fears, refine in speaking abilities, and develop into confident individual capable of inspiring others with our words. So, with the monsoon's thunderous applause and dance of lightning, remind us of the power of effective communication. With each role taken in every speech delivered today, we harness the energy of monsoon, electrifying our presentation and captivating our audience. So that was a welcome, but not thank you.
Thank you, Rajan. It was very nice, nicely written, and you got the opportunity to deliver it also. Actually, if we are like sometime like we are planning for a magazine sort of stuff for our club, right? So we would have included these kind of things. Now we know whom to reach out for for such a thing. Thanks, Rajan. Thanks for sharing. Now results are ready. Please let me share my screen. Let me know if it is visible. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible? Actually, I'm not able to.
Yes, it is visible.
Fine. So the first award is Best Speaker Award that goes to Toastmaster Sharath.
That was the most suspenseful one. Thank you.
That's why, like, when I opened my screen, it was the first one which was coming. So I thought, okay, this one is coming. We are good with this. Okay, so the next one is best evaluator, that goes to Chitra. The third one is best role player, that goes to Toastmaster Rajan. Thank you, Rajan, for giving us the theme also.
Thank you so much.
And the next one is best auxiliary role player, that goes to me. Thanks everyone for sharing your support. The last one, the best table topic speaker, it goes to Toastmaster Avinash. I think this was because the Avinash represented the feelings of a drop, and he was in the same mode. Like I think for half of his speech, he was in the same mode, and the point of view was Drop's point of view. So it was very nice that somebody took this as it was given in the task and delivered it very well. So kudos to that, Avinash. Yeah. So with that, we have reached to the end of our meeting. So thanks everyone. Thanks for joining this meeting, and I feel everyone will enjoy this monsoon season, which has just started. And I wish it will bring a lot of happiness and freshness to everyone, and we'll all enjoy the petrichor of this monsoon. Thanks everyone. Have a nice day ahead.
Thank you all.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.